My name Karolina. I'm from Kazakhstan.
My name is Palina. I'm from Russia.
Okay, Russian. You're so pretty.
Oh, thank you.
I'm from Uzbekistan. My name is Milady.
My name is Favor Flames,
Mm,
and I'm from Nigeria.
all right.
My name is Garrett and I'm from Germany.
My name is Angel May and I am from Philippines.
My name is Daniel and I'm from Germany and I live close to Munich in Bavaria.
My name is Dina and I'm from Uzbekistan.
My name is Yung. I'm from Vietnam.
My name is Muhammad Adel and I am from Pakistan.
My name is David. I'm from Nigeria.
Hi.
Hi,
How are you doing today?
I'm good.
You look so pretty.
Thank you.
What's your name and what's the name of your country?
My name Karolina. I'm from Kazakhstan.
Okay. So what are you doing in China?
I'm study Chinese.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is the name of your school?
Zhenjiang International Study University.
Okay. So what has been your experience living in China as someone from another country?
Okay, I live here for 3 months, I think, and it's really interesting in China. The university often organizes some activities for us, and I really like that in China you can travel in another city by metro, by subway, and that you can practice your Chinese with native speakers. Yes.
Okay. Have you ever traveled to another city?
Yeah, I was only in one city. It is Shaoxing. It's near to our city, Hangzhou.
So what is your experience in the city you said you traveled?
It was ancient city. There was a park, very beautiful park, and then the people did tofu themselves, and also you can try here alcohol ice cream. Ice cream with alcohol.
Wow.
It's very good,
I never heard
and
of that.
it's cheap. It's cheap. It's 5 yuan.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's great.
it was good.
So, what has been your most challenging difficulties living in China?
Okay, I have often heard that it is cheap in China, but if you compare the prices of Kazakhstan and China, it will be exactly the same. The second problems for me, I really like sweetie, and if you very like chocolate, it will be quite difficult for you because in the shops you can just find only Snickers or chocolate Dove. Yeah,
Okay.
and the third problems is that there all people they small, and it's really difficult to find something for tall people like me, like pants or something else. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
really
you're quite
difficult.
tall.
Yeah.
Guys, she's so tall. Have you experienced any language barrier as non-Chinese speaker?
Yes, of course, because Chinese people they don't know English and Russian. So when I just say something to them, they don't understand me. So I just used a translator for communicating with them. Yeah,
Okay,
it's difficult.
that's great. So, what is your advice to anyone watching you, any young person watching you? I know that you are 19 and you have been in China alone, and many people will not take that bold step to leave their home at very young age. So, what is your advice to any young person who is trying to want to come to China to study?
Okay. I want to say that be prepared for noise and loud communicators in this country because all Chinese people they are just very noisy, and for me I'm quite person.
Yes, very
It's
correct.
really difficult. And also if you really wanted to teach study Chinese, be prepared for study it a very long time and just spend for 8 hours in a day, because if you really wanted a very high achievement, you need to do it very well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so
That's
much
all.
for your time. Thank you.
Yeah.
Karolina, you're so beautiful. Bye-bye. Hi.
Hi,
May I know your name and where you come from?
my name is Garrett and I'm from Germany.
Okay, what are you doing in China?
I'm studying here and every Friday I'm working at a private school.
Okay, what's the name of your school?
The International Studies of Zhejiang International Studies University.
Okay. What has been your experience living in China as an international student?
I think it's a very great experience because here are a lot of international students and you can communicate with each other and you have a specific international exchange here.
Okay. Do you have any difficulties adapting to China as a German?
No, so I've been in many countries in Southeast Asia before, so I entered also from Hong Kong, so I'm a bit used to it and also spend a lot of time traveling. So yeah, it was quite easy for me to adapt living here.
How is your Chinese?
So my Chinese speaking skills are very low because also here living many Germans and I can talk to them in German, of course, or when I'm with them, they can translate for me if we go to a restaurant or something like that. Yeah.
Okay. So a lot of people are afraid of coming to China because of language barrier. Have you experienced any much language barrier as a foreigner in China?
Of course, when I'm traveling on my own, maybe I went to Xi'an 1 month ago. It was hard for me to communicate with them because their English speaking skills are not existent. So it's hard for me to order something or to ask for something. But I think in times where you have a mobile phone with you, it's easy for you to come around or maybe then to translate via WeChat or via translator.
What is your advice to anybody who wants to come to live in China or study in China?
I think the best advice is to pre-install Alipay and WeChat so that you can travel, and Trip.com so that you can travel, pay, and communicate. And I think then it's up to you what you're doing here.
All right. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Okay. May I know your name and where you come from?
My name is Daniel and I'm from Germany and I live close to Munich in Bavaria.
Okay. So what are you doing in China?
I'm an exchange student coming from the University of Passau and I'm here for half a year, so until the end of January.
Okay. What is the name of your school?
The Zhejiang International Studies University.
What has been your experience living in China as a foreigner or an international student?
Honestly, very great, because the people here are very, very nice and understanding, most of them. And so far, it's just been a beautiful experience, a beautiful city. The campus is beautiful. And I think everything is going very well.
Okay. Do you have any difficulties adapting to China as a German?
Not really. Maybe just at the beginning, I had many difficulties adapting to the payment method here in China, and I was very stressed about it. But as soon as everything was settled with the payment, honestly, I didn't have any difficulties, because even if the people don't speak English, for example, in a restaurant, you order with QR code, you don't even talk with a waiter or a waitress. And when you start getting used to all of this, it's honestly very easygoing. Maybe 1 month into your stay, you get along very well.
Oh, that's good. So, what is your advice to anyone who wants to come and study in China or who wants to live in China?
Honestly, don't be scared, because I was a little scared before, but I think you should just take the dive into a new culture and just letting it experience by yourself. So just be brave and apply for maybe a semester in China, and then you will see it is not as bad or not as terrifying as you might think first, because the people here are very nice and you will get along well. Even if you think you will not get along well, you will. from time to time.
All right. Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi.
You look so beautiful today.
Thank you.
Yeah. May I know your name and where you come from?
My name is Angel May and I am from Philippines.
Okay. So what are you doing in China?
Studying Chinese.
What is the name of your school?
Zhejiang University.
Okay. What has been your experience living in China as a Filipino?
Living in China is not easy, and it's a little fun, a little difficult, many emotions, but so far it's so nice.
Okay. Can you tell us the difference between life in Philippines and life in China, since they are two Asian countries?
Yes, so even if they are both Asian countries, it is very different when it comes to the weather. We don't have the same seasons, and then when it comes to living, I think living in the Philippines is easier. Maybe because I'm a foreign here and it's not easy to communicate with Chinese people.
Okay. So, what has been your experience, your personal experience living in China?
Well, so far I don't have any bad experience. I have a lot of good experience because a lot of people that I met here in China are so far they're good.
Okay. So, do you have much difficulties interacting with Chinese in terms of language barrier?
Yeah, language barrier. It is very difficult to communicate with them. For now, since I'm still new as a student, but I think on the few months or few weeks, I would be able to speak and understand the Chinese language.
Okay. So, what is your advice to any Filipino or anyone else who wants to come to live in China and study in China?
Simple, just enjoy China and you will love it. You need to prepare your emotion, your mind, but my experience is good, so I'm not gonna say it's gonna be good for everyone, but I think you just have to prepare yourself for the communication barrier, and because the other people here are nice, so it won't be that hard.
Okay, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Angel. Angel is my friend. Guys, you guys shouldn't mind us. Hi.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm well.
Okay, what's your name and where you come from?
My name is Palina. I'm from Russia.
Okay, Russia. You're so pretty.
Oh, thank you.
So, what are you doing in China?
I'm studying in Zhejiang International Study University on language here.
So, what has been your experience as an international student in China?
I think you should find more Chinese friends because you should talk and speak more. So it's good.
So, your experience has been good. Have you been able to make a lot of Chinese friends?
Not a lot, maybe a little, because it's difficult when you know just a little words. Maybe it's not easy to find and speak more. But I think for every people, it's okay have maybe 3 or 4 friends.
So, what is your biggest difficulty leaving Russia to live in China?
Maybe because I know so a little words on Chinese, maybe Hanzi. So when you use maybe app, want to order something, it should be difficult. But it's still okay because you have translation app on your phone, so it's okay.
Okay, I have a lot of Russian subscribers. So, what is your advice to any Russian who wants to come to China to study or do business?
Maybe you should find more Russian people because they have more experience who live here, maybe more than you. So it should be better find the same Russian friend.
What is your last word to people watching you?
I think China is so safe. So when you come to China, you don't need to be afraid. Maybe you should tell your parents or maybe your family it's okay. Come to here just alone. So don't be afraid. Come to China. Welcome.
Thank you so much. You're so beautiful. The first day I saw you, I was like, wow. Are you there?
I do all right. And you?
I'm cool.
Okay.
So, what's your name and where you come from?
My name is Favor Flames,
Mm.
and I am from Nigeria.
All right. What are you doing in China?
I am studying.
Okay, what's the name of your school?
Name of my school is Georgian International Studies University.
Okay. What has been your experience living in China as a black person?
Sakpa.
What is Sapa?
Sakpa is like when you're in a situation whereby you're having some little difficulties in funding your daily spending and stuff like that type shit.
So, yeah, but apart from that, like apart from financial difficulties, what has been your general experience living in China?
China, there are a lot of cultures,
Mm-hmm.
traditions. It's like a business country whereby when you graduate, you can. If you have this business idea, it's a very good country to start it up, like get some connections and be productive. Type shit.
So, have you been making some connections since you came to China?
By the special grace of God, we are on it. Type shit.
Okay. So, have you been having language barriers interacting with Chinese?
Yeah, there are a lot of language barrier. It's a very big difficulty, but China is they are modern and they find solution to every problem.
Yeah.
So it's easy. You just use your phone to translate to them. They are not the local ones. Also, they also know how to use their phones to translate. So it's easy to communicate with Chinese. Type shit.
Okay, so what has been your experience adapting to Chinese culture or China as a Nigerian, or do you have any difficulties adapting to China as a Nigerian, as somebody who is coming from Nigeria?
No, there's no difficulties. It depends on you, on your spirit. If you are willing to learn, you can. But if you don't want to, it's not a must. They don't force you to do what you don't want to do. Type shit.
Okay. So what is your advice to your fellow black people or people watching you? What is your advice to anyone who wants to come to China to study or to live in China?
To study in China, I won't advise black people to come and study in China.
Why?
Unless if you're on scholarship.
Yeah.
Unless if it's a free funding education stuff, so you can come. But we are not allowed to work as a student. So if you are not earning enough, or if your sponsors
if you don't
are
have,
not buoyant enough, you should just type shit.
find a country that can allow you
Yeah,
work.
like allow you study and work at the same
time.
time.
Yeah,
Type
that's
shit.
a great point to do. So what has been like your experience adapting to Chinese food as a Nigerian?
I'm a selective kind of person when it comes to eating, so I don't really eat Chinese food.
Okay, so how have you been feeding since you come to China?
I eat my Nigerian food because when I was coming here, I came with my foodstuffs.
Okay,
and I also buy from the African stores, shops.
Okay, thank you so much.
Type shit.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Not bad.
How are you doing?
Not bad.
Okay, may I know your name and where you come from?
My name is Dina and I'm from Uzbekistan.
Okay, so what are you doing in China?
I'm studying here. It's my second year.
Okay. What is the name of your school?
I study here at Georgian International Studies University at School of English Studies.
Okay. So what has been your experience living in China as a foreign student?
I think first months were a bit difficult for me because my Chinese level was very poor and I couldn't find any Chinese people who can speak English. It's not that widespread that every Chinese people can speak English. But I tried to improve my Chinese. So now I can easily communicate and don't have any problems.
Okay. So do you have any cultural issue adapting to Chinese culture or the way Chinese people live compared to the way you live in your country?
Chinese culture is also very popular in my country because we have a lot of business relationships.
Okay.
So I was quite familiar with Chinese culture, so I haven't experienced any shock.
Okay. What about the food? How do you see Chinese food?
As a Muslim, I usually eat in lunch of places.
Okay. So, what is your advice to anybody who wants to come and study in China?
China is a nice country. Just don't be scared. Come here and experience your best life in the biggest Asian country.
All right. Thank you so much for your time. All right. Thank you. Hi.
Hey, hi, what's up?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm great today.
Okay. What's your name and where are you from?
I'm from Uzbekistan. My name is Milady.
Okay. What are you doing in China?
Okay, I actually come to China to learn Chinese language and Chinese culture.
Okay. What is the name of your school?
What?
The name of your school?
Zhejiang International Studies University.
Okay. What has been your experience living in China as a foreigner?
Okay, there are a lot of experiences that I can tell now. The first experience that I got, of course, it's safety of China. I can go out whenever I want, wherever I want, I can go, especially even it's like 3 or 2 a.m. in the middle of the night. It's so safe.
So what is your most challenging difficulties you're facing as a foreigner?
Okay, the most challenging thing that I'm facing, actually, it's Chinese people. When it comes to talking them, you have to talk slowly in order to make them understand you. And of course, they also talk slowly in order to make me understand. Because some of the Chinese people don't know English language. That's why it's kind of difficult for me to communicate with them sometimes.
So how have you been navigating without speaking Chinese?
Okay. When it comes to direction, you can use apps that can help you to navigate. Even they have the cameras availability, so you can turn on your camera and they show you where are you going. It's so easy to use.
Okay. So how are you able to live in China as a Muslim, considering that China eats a lot of pork and Islam don't
I
eat pork?
see. I see. Actually, there are a lot of Muslim restaurants. You can find like Muslim halal food. It's so easy. Even there are some halal products shops that you can find. You can buy, order online. Even in my university, Jeja International, there is a.
Hi.
Hi,
How are you doing?
I'm fine. I'm good, and you?
I'm good. What's your name and where do you come from?
My name is David. I'm from Nigeria.
You're from Nigeria. You're acting cool. You're acting as if you don't talk. So let's get serious. So, what are you doing in China?
Yeah, I'm studying in China.
Okay, what's the name of your school?
The name of my school is Zanjin International Study Students. International Study
University.
University. Yeah.
Okay.
In China.
All right. How long have you been in China?
Like a month now. Yeah. Been a
Okay.
month.
What has been your experience living in China as an international student and as a black person?
Tough.
Huh?
My experience here is very tough. Number one, we have language barriers.
Yes.
So it has not been easy. And moreover, if you don't have finance, like if you don't have somebody that is financing you, coming to China to come and study is a very difficult task unless you have sponsor. So that has been my challenge here in China. Unless you are on scholarship, or you just look for accommodation, then feeding. That's all.
Okay. What difficulties are you facing adapting to Chinese culture or China as a country, as a Nigerian?
My difficulty is money. Money is number one difficult I'm facing here because if you check the exchange rate of
Yeah.
our money, for instance, they'll be saying 500 RMB. If you times it, you'll be seeing a very big money in Nigeria. So it's a very difficult tax. So it has not been easy, and also a language barrier. It has not been easy. Though they are trying, because they have a translator, so just get used to it.
Okay. Apart from that difficulties, like do you have other difficulties like when you behave as a Nigerian, you know that we all like have different upbringing, background and culture to like adapting to Chinese culture and the way they behave in like generally as a Nigerian. Do you have like difficulties on that?
No, I don't have any difficult because you come to someone's land,
You respect.
you respect them, you look at the way they behave, you just cope to it. You just adapt. For instance, now I'm not even good in greeting somebody or some this thing. That just maybe just walk and pass, just mind your business. So I've just adapted to the stuff. So you just
Okay.
see you.
Okay, yeah. Like in Nigeria, you greet everybody you see, right?
For instance, I will just say hi, what's up? Even if you don't know the person, just say hi, what's up? But here, come on, just
Everybody
look
face your front.
anyhow. So me, I just adapt to the system. I don't have any problem with that, you know. So I don't have any problem with that.
Okay, what about the food?
This one I come here, I never chop swallow.
And like the Chinese food.
That's what
Other
they talk now. That food is well to me, I don't have any problem with the food because, like I said, I've been traveling from places to places, you know. So even before I came to China, I've been eating their food. Yeah, I've been
okay.
eating their food in
Back
Lagos.
in
So
Nigeria, yes.
the food is okay. For me now, I've adapted to the food. It have not purged me for a day. So I don't have any problem with that, you know. They just eat more of fruits, you know, more of these sweet things. No.
Okay, what's the advice to anybody who wants to come to China to study or to live?
To start with, China is a very nice place, a very cool place. The environment is very clean and cool. Technology is everywhere. Everything is working. The system is working. My advice is, you can come to China and come and study. Yeah, you know very well that number one, you're on scholarship, then you won't spend much. Number two, you have somebody that say, Omo, go. I will back you. I will back you up. Anything that it takes. Why not? You can come to China and study. But if you don't have it, Baba, I advise you to just stay, maybe look for other countries or some other thing. Yeah,
All right. Okay, thank you so much for your time.
you're welcome.
You spoke well. Hi,
Hi.
welcome to my channel. So, what's your name and where do you come from?
Oh, my name is Yoon. I'm from Vietnam.
Okay. So, what are you doing in China?
I come to China to study Chinese.
Okay. What is the name of your school?
Uh, Chiu Chang International University.
Uh,
Why?
okay. What has been your experience living in China as an international student or as a Vietnamese?
I think different in the weather. In Chinese, so cold,
Very good.
very hot, and
Vietnam is very warm.
wait, yes, Vietnam very warm.
Okay. So, what is your advice to the people watching you?
I think if you have plan to go to China, you should study some basic Chinese.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for your time.
Oh, you're welcome.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Hi.
Hi,
How are you doing?
fine.
Okay. What's your name and where are you from?
My name is Muhammad Adel, and I am from Pakistan.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
and I am studying in China, Zhejiang International Studies University, and my major is international economy and trade.
Wow, that's great. So, what has been your experience living in China as a Pakistan?
I in China, a very developed country. I learned a lot of things, such as like internet, online things, a lot of things.
Mm. So your experience has been great.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Have you experienced any difficulties adapting to China as a Pakistan, since you do not have the same language?
Only just only just problem languages.
Okay,
Yes,
language
just
barrier.
problem language, and
Okay.
everything is good.
Okay. So, what is your advice to your fellow Pakistans or anybody watching you who wants to come to China to study?
China is a great country for studying, for business.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for your time.
Yes, yes.
Thank you.